What's going on? It's Justeeni here. I remember saying Oumaji was no longer good after the balance pass because that extra star that they get just isn't very useful, but it turns out I might have been wrong. There's this really cool opening that you can do with Oumaji that I want to show you guys. It only works because of that extra star that they start with. This is the only opening that I've been able to find that really proves this value, and it makes Oumaji quite a lot better in my opinion. So what's the opening? It looks a little bit like this. So double rider, and then turn 2, lighthouse. Boom. That's the whole idea here. And what's so special about this? I'm skipping the village for this faster development, and you can see the extra star allows me to upgrade immediately. With just 5 starting stars, you can't do this. It would still be a turn 3 upgrade, but it all works out with this lighthouse, and this is a huge deal because I can upgrade not only on turn 2, but then also upgrade this on turn 3. And in this case, getting this capture on turn 4, keep in mind, even with this detour on the lighthouse, Oumaji still has better expansion than most tribes, and 10 star per turn on turn 4. Not many tribes can do that. Especially also, you have riding as a starting tech, really good. This is just amazing. And yeah, so we're gonna see how things go. I go for climbing here because I can just afford that. No problemo. Get fishing, sword ruin, go for farming. And everything is looking very nice. Can explore around. And yeah, like I have climbing, I have fishing from the ruin, I've got farming, I've got more ruins, my expansion's great. I'm going to eventually get construction because I've got a lot of farms into potential roads, trade, you know the deal, go for border growth, water access, and this windmill spot. Meet the opponent. I see their capital, sailing ruin. The game really wants me to go into the water, but I'm getting a giant instead. Although that giant could go into the water. Now another explore, see what's going on. And again, this is just, like, Oumaji can pull off some really good economy. And it's all thanks to that lighthouse. Without this lighthouse opening, you'd either have to not train a rider on turn 0, which slows your expansion quite a bit, which that opening's still okay, but like, lighthouse opening, so much better. Now I'm getting my giants going. I'm going to be able to get trade pretty quickly. And Oumaji has pretty decent markets. So like being able to play in this more economic way. And it's not like you have to play like purely economic. You can still go very aggressive, very expansive as well. But in this case, like what's the opponent even supposed to do? I mean, they have mining. They're definitely not doing very well. Archery to put up a fight, but again, I'm getting these really early giants. Now roads, trade very soon. More things happen. And yeah, this is really good. Again, like this is Oumaji we're talking about, and no star ruins. I did get like fishing sailing ruin, but that doesn't help my economy that much. Like this economy is due to that 1 turn faster upgrade with the lighthouse spawn, because it cascades really fast. That turn 2 upgrade turned into a turn 3 upgrade, and then a turn 4 upgrade plus units. I'm basically an entire turn ahead by taking the lighthouse in exchange for, in this case, just 1 turn of expansion. Now it's not always the case that you'll be 1 turn of expansion slower when you get the lighthouse, but there are some other upsides, like sometimes if there's a ruin in the corner, you can get an early ruin. I found that to be the case a lot. Like, sometimes there's just a village there, and it'll cost you 0 turns of expansion. Sometimes it costs you more turns of expansion, but even in those cases, it's fine. In fact, I have an example of that, so I'll go ahead and cut to the next match. Alright, so once again, this time even closer to the lighthouse. And this is the thing with this opening. Like before, we were decent ways away from the lighthouse, but still able to do the opening. This opening is really consistent. You have to be so far away from the lighthouse to not be able to do this opening. And if you're far away from the lighthouse, that means you spawn like here or something. That means you can expand in many directions anyway, which certainly isn't a bad thing. You'd still prefer the lighthouse opening, but it's kind of just a win-win situation. But here, in this case, I can do this opening. Now, this is kind of one of the worst cases here. No village, no ruins, really bad second village, so I can't upgrade immediately, but even in this case, lighthouse opening is still great because this village is also terrible. If I expanded and got this village quickly, that wouldn't be useful. And you can see one benefit here also by delaying your expansion, in this case by 2 turns with this rider, is now I can get either farming or roads before my 3rd city, and normally those techs are really hard to afford quickly. And I'm still retaining strong expansion overall. Like, if you just look at turn 5, it looks like, oh, that's the same right as a turn 0 tribe, which is not actually that fast expansion. However, I'm stepping on 2 villages, so I'm actually still expanding faster than normal. Like, compared to normal Oumaji, this is about on par, maybe slightly worse, but in exchange, a much better economy. That Explorer kind of sucked, unfortunately. Like, these cities in general are pretty bad. But because I have a tier 2 tech, I can get farming or roads. I choose roads in this case. I'm able to bridge early. This just wouldn't happen if I didn't do the lighthouse. They kicked me out that village, super annoying. But I am able to get my revenge, take this ruin, and I'm expanding again. But my expansion is actually inadvertently improved because I'm able to get roads earlier. They're kicking me off the ruin though, trying to be annoying. I get a vet sword. I kick them off the village. And this is just great. Now, again, I'm not going to say like, oh, Oumaji is like the best tribe ever or something like that. No, but I am willing to correct my mistake all that time ago when I said Oumaji is actually really bad. They're not. You just have to know this opening. This opening is very important to know. But once you know it, Oumaji is absolutely a solid pick. Not the best, but far from the low tiers, in my opinion. Like, I'm just in a beautiful position here on turn 10, despite atrocious resources, because I was able to get the roads early, due in full, to that lighthouse. So I would highly recommend doing some Oumaji, trying this opening out. It works on lakes, it works on drylands, it doesn't work on Pangea, sadly, so the Oumaji versus Yadek debate on Pangea is usually pretty in favor of Yadek with Pangea, but on like dry and lakes it's a lot more interesting because of that lighthouse spawn. Yadek doesn't have the same equivalent, really, because you can't road towards a lighthouse. That's too expensive and slows your expansion a ton. So this is something purely unique to Oumaji that they can use and take advantage of. And I think it's pretty neat. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.